Hey guys, so I thought that I would start off the Redditor season with an official overview of what the tool does if you don't know what the Redditor is. If you don't know what the Redditor is, it is a roster editing tool that allows us to do lots of things that is just not possible in 2K, in-game, or with Leftos's roster editor. So it lets us do a lot of things. Let's load it up and let's take a look. This is with the beta. This is not the release version yet. It's not out yet as of this video recording. But hopefully by the time you guys watch this, it will be at least released or soon to be released. Let's go ahead and open up a roster here. This is the current roster as of this recording on April 1st. And it's pretty much what you'd expect from a roster editor. It is a spreadsheet. With all of the ratings and contracts and gear, animations, hotspots, tendencies, skills. I don't even know what GH is. More things you could ever believe to be editable. Body type, eye color, whether or not they wear their suit while they're playing. I mean, all this stuff is editable, and this is just the Players tab. There's all these different tabs that you can edit in the Redditor to change the teams, and you can change the rosters around, the arenas, and the settings with the arenas, which files they use, if it's the practice gym, if it has the Rucker Park shadows on it or not. We can do so much. We can change the head shapes for creative player faces without having to go in the game. You can add uniforms to a team. You can remove uniforms. You can change their accessory colors if they have white or black socks. You can change the overriding rotations tab, which is for the all-star teams. So you can actually change the all-star team lineups. Heck, with the teams tab, you can actually unlock the all-star teams for regular use, which we'll cover in another tutorial. You can change the names that are used for generating rookies and the last names. You can go through all the player stats that you could ever want. You change up playbooks. You can edit the schedule that the game uses for association mode and season mode. Take a look at all the colleges. This is where Create a Legend would show up. I mean, it's limitless what this tool can let us do when it's fully featured. There's going to be an update that gives us the features from last year where we can delete and add of these rows to a thing. So remember the Ultimate Base roster, how there was over 250 teams in one single roster. Well, by default, we only have 93 teams if you count the ID 0. What that will let us do is add more and more and more and more teams like Hawk 23 did last year. It's just... it's speechless. Now, as you can see on the right here, I have the My Friend panel. And what this does is it gives you a little bit more of a visual aid to editing. So let's find, right down here, we can search. And let's try to find Iverson as the last name. We uncheck whole words only. Search down, Allen Iverson. So this is the Allen Iverson that is on the Sixers. There's the classic team. You can change his name here, what kind of player he is, if he's special, regular NBA, and whatnot. We can change his bio, his height, his weight, which has built-in converters for feet and kilograms. College he played for, his appearance, body type, if he's wearing the NBA jersey, street ball practice, suits or casuals. Create a player face if you want to give him a generic face. So he uses, create whatever, if you'd ever want to do that. Change up his animations right here, and you get a look at all of them with names. I mean, this My Friend panel does everything. If you go to the teams, you go to the roster tab, you can take a look at who's on what team at that time. But we'll go into more of that later. Staff, if you want to change who is on what team or who's coaching what team, what kind of staff they are. It is jaw-dropping. is the best way to put it. The amount of things that this tool can do is just jaw-dropping. So on top of that stuff, if you press Control, Shift, and G, we have a global editor. So let's say for whatever reason you want to make every single player in the NBA have a generic face, the creative player face, if you're making a generic league or something like that. Put generic F in the column, change the value to 1, apply, or whatnot. I think it's supposed to be a check mark. I forget. But there's a global editor. We can do Turk scripting, which will find a certain row and column and apply a certain value to it. There is so much we can do with this tool that it's not something that's possible to explain in just one video. So check out my other tutorial videos if you want to learn more. If there's something specific that I don't cover that you want to know, in the description there is a thread about all my tutorials. Feel free to make a request or just request it in the comments. I'll read it and try to help you out the best way that I can. So yeah, check out the other tutorials. Check out the program. The one main thing that you need to realize with this program is that it is not completely free. The Players tab, this one Players tab right here, is free to edit with no money whatsoever. The My Friend stuff is an add-on that costs money. Each one of these different tabs will cost money. And that is due to the insanity that is the 2K roster system. But everything you can do, Vlad's put in too much work. He's been working on this since October. And it's April now and it's not out yet. And he's been hard working on it. So that is why it's not a free program. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that it is paid for. But once Vlad releases that information, I will have a tutorial up on all about the information with that, and I'm sure he'll have link and literature himself about it. But for the time being, all I can tell you is that it's an amazing tool. It's very powerful, and if you want to learn how to use it, check out the other tutorials. Hope you're having a good day, and I will see you in the next tutorial.